The operators of one of the Specops Forces units in cooperation with HIMARS crews destroyed 2 enemy complexes. The SOF forces scouted the positions of the ZOOPARK 1 artillery reconnaissance radar complex and the Boris Oglepsk 2 E-warfare station. Information about their location was quickly transmitted to the comrades with the rocket artillery unit. The report reads, enemy equipment and almost all manpower at the sites were destroyed. A few managed to survive, but not for long, noted the Specops Forces. As reported by US GEGE, the Special Forces Operations Command released a winter-filmed video report about the operations by their soldiers in the Gray Zone within the cascade of islands between the Dnipro banks in southern Ukraine. President Zelensky tells us that the long-awaited Ukrainian counteroffensive has begun at long last. It had been trailed for so long that some of us were starting to wonder, but the consensus seems to be that it's finally underway, but not necessarily in the form that many commentators expected. To be fair, Zelensky had always said that it would happen when they were ready. Shaping the battlefield, long-range artillery and missile attacks, and early probing operations all along the front, the Ukrainians seem to have accumulated sufficient Western equipment and the training to operate it, to collate between 9 and 12 operational brigade combat teams, the new NATO military paradigm, which are ready, or as ready as they're likely to be for action. The Russians are not sure yet what the key axis of Ukrainian ground attacks might be, but they have a few options. They could go eastwards into the Donbass, or south from Zaporizhia towards the Sea of Azov, everybody's favorite, or south from Kherson towards Crimea, or indeed seek to capitalize on the recent incursions into the Belgorod area of Russia proper. The Russian artillery, air defense, and electronic warfare capabilities remain strong, and their air force outnumbers that of the Ukrainians by some margin. Until the Ukrainians get their F-16 perhaps, but they may still be some way off. However, it does appear that the Ukrainians are making progress in some areas, but at a cost. There are photographs circulating showing a number of US-supplied M2A2 Bradleys disabled and forlorn is what I assume is a minefield, with a German Leopard 2A6 in a similar state nearby. Meanwhile, we have yet to see the sort of UkrAF breakthrough of Russian defense lines, which many were expecting. In fact, despite some pretty fierce fighting, it looks as if the Ukrainians are yet to reach as far as the first major Russian defense line, and there are 2 or 3 similar defense lines behind that. It's going to be a slog and could take some time, if they manage it at all. Great victories Ukrainian with few casualties are unlikely here. We can continue to hope, though, that the Ukrainians will eventually win. It will not be, however, by annihilating their enemy, but by destroying his will to fight on. Russian soldiers have historically been pretty resilient, but at some point their morale may collapse. Then the UKAF may be able to sweep across the battlefields and regain the territory they have lost to the occupiers.
Готові? Гармата!
Ukrainian military planners will be revisiting their teachings on tactics and doctrine in the light of what we have so far seen in Ukraine. Generals have been focused on small battles in distant, sandy places and have taken their eyes off the ball of conventional warfare in Europe.
Did it hit? Yeah! Fucking bitches!
Army Ukrainian is now too small and poorly and inappropriately equipped to make a significant contribution anymore. Ukraine is our wake-up call. Will our politicians and senior military leaders hear it? We need to build up our armed forces again, before it's too late.
Damn. 300 и ниже остатка.